and Wild Thing practice. This should be pretty quick. I'm hoping about 10 minutes. And Wild Thing is a slightly advanced posture, but I think it's one that most of my yogis can do. So I'm going to walk you through some baby steps towards getting there, and we're going to get a really nice stretch this morning. So let's start in standing posture, feet inner hips width distance apart. Check in with your shoulders. Open your heart up towards the front of your mat, reaching your fingertips actively towards the floor. Inhale your arms up and overhead. As you exhale, forward fold, swan dive towards your mat. Take a moment here to bend softly into your knees and maybe rock your torso from side to side. If you're familiar with ragdoll and you often take your hands to opposite elbows, please go ahead and go there. While we're here, take a moment to root down into your feet and then push your heels out like you're trying to push your heels towards the long edges of your mat, and feel how we dig a little deeper into the gluteals, and you might even feel the side body abductors firing up here. Again, fingertips can be on your mat or you can be hands at opposite elbows. Now take a deep breath in and release that action. Now, as you breathe, draw your feet towards each other and feel the inner thigh and groin area. We just want to fire up these muscles because we are going to be using them in our Pigeon and Wild Thing practice. One more full breath here. Slowly release that action, release the pull of the feet. Inhale as you roll up vertebra by vertebra, ragdoll all the way to standing posture and reaching your fingers down. Inhale, draw up. Exhale as you fold, softly bending through your knees, releasing the fingertips, crown of your head towards the mat. Inhale, take a flat back and maybe walk your fingertips out a bit. Can you check in with your feet and pull them out towards the long edges of your mat? Hold here for one full breath. Bend your knees deep and step your feet back one at a time to high plank. Inhale your chin over your fingertips, and if you have a favorite vinyasa that you know and love, please feel free to go there, baby cobra or up dog, whatever feels right for you. Everyone exhales back to downward facing dog. And when you arrive there, inhale your right leg up nice and high. As you exhale, pull through, bring your right knee towards your right hand. And of course, we have a lot of opinions about what this shin should look like. Should you be more parallel to the short front edge of your mat or toe pointing down? I've been doing so much research on pigeon pose, especially after my friend Julie talked about how oftentimes in pigeon pose she really couldn't feel anything, didn't feel like it was working. So I've been playing with this a lot as in addition to part of the information that I've been learning during my 300-hour certification that I'm in the middle of. So once you land here, use the left toes to dig into your mat and pull yourself back just a bit until you feel a little bit of challenge in that front hip. Now, lift the rear knee off, internally rotate the left thigh, and you'll probably feel a little bit more pinch coming right into the right hip. Now, take your right forearm, bring it over in front of your right foot. Take the hand to the right sole of your foot and press in as you simultaneously twist to the left. Lengthen out through the crown of your head while you simultaneously internally rotate with the left thigh. One more full breath here, and then slowly start to walk back to center. Now, many people will use a block here under the forehead. The more vertical or the more lifted and the more distance we create between our torso and the mat, the more manageable this posture can be. So feel free to dig in here. As you arrive, whether you're on a block or your arms are extended out in front of you, see if you can play with the right foot and try to evert it, like sending the toes out and pressing the foot down a bit. We're pressing down from the big toe knuckle and the heel. And see if that changes what's going on inside of your hip. Just a few more breaths here. When you're ready, slowly walking up onto your hands and then rotating towards the right knee, sending your arms out over the right knee, and allow your body to come down into contact. Of course, this might feel different for you from one side to the other, so it really depends on which you use your dominant side, so making sure to take the time to feel out your body. Of course, what we're listening for is that feeling of nothingness, like I could hang out here all day and it wouldn't affect me, or pain. So find that place of comfortable discomfort and ease into it, and try to breathe here and pause. Just one more full breath from wherever you are. At the bottom of your exhale, slowly coming back to center, tuck the left toe and press back to single leg downward facing dog, sending that leg way up. Now, if you've been in my classes before, we'll often take a big knee circle to neutralize the low back, but today we're going to tap that right foot back behind us and then go ahead and sit down on the left hip. So this is a great place to stay. We're opening up the left knee and just flexing the right foot, or opening up the right knee and flexing the left foot. Did I say that right the first time? If this feels good and you want to play with Wild Thing, press into your right foot as you pull the body up and overhead, away from the mat. And then you can reach your right arm up and over, and then try to reach back. A real heart opener here, a really nice back bend. But of course, for many of us, being right here very vertical, like a twisting side plank, is a great place to be, to find challenge, but also open up and release the hard work of that right hip. Take a deep breath in. Use your exhale to float around to downward to high plank and flow through your vinyasa. Everyone exhales their way back to downward facing dog. Immediately inhale your left leg up nice and high. Exhale as you pull through and bring the left knee towards the left hand. Now, I've been nursing an injury on my left knee for probably about 2 months now, and it's incredibly tender. So my left toes are going to be pointing more towards the back of my mat as I navigate this posture. I'm going to move up just a little bit. So take the time to feel out what it feels like for you on either side. Take the left forearm and bring it over in front of the left foot, and then take the palm right to the sole of your foot, pressing away a bit as you rotate towards the long right edge of your mat. And if this is feeling good and you're looking for a little bit more, you can open the heart up, reach up, just one more full breath here. And as you exhale, slowly coming back through center, and we hold here center for just a few breaths. So settling down either into your forearms, or you can take a block and bring it right underneath your forehead. Again, one of my favorite ways to keep the weight of the body a little farther out of this work. Some of my practice yogis might have a big reach here, and you're allowing your entire body weight to fold right over that hip. There's a lot of musculature going on the outside of the hip, the TFL, the abductors. So as we change position, we are changing our focus. Slowly start to make your way towards that left knee, walking the hands nice and wide, and if you like, folding right over that knee, or lifting up and twisting ever so slightly, taking the work that feels right for you in this very moment. Just one more full breath here. And as you exhale, slowly coming back to center, hands frame the forward knee, slowly press out, single leg, downward facing dog. And again, you always have the choice of taking those big knee circles. This is a great way to neutralize, or come onto the blade edge of the right foot, tap the left foot behind you, and then slowly ease down onto your hip. This is our starting point for Wild Thing. A Wild Thing can be challenging for some, so make sure that, like, this might be as far as you go, taking the left hand and opening up that left knee, or staying in the single leg downward facing dog with the knee circles. If you like to play with Wild Thing, press into the left foot and reach up and overhead. You can keep the arms straight up, my level 1 friends, and lengthen from the stretched leg all the way through the crown of your head, or you can take a slight back bend here if you're looking for a little bit more. Just 2 more breaths wherever you landed. Taking a deep breath in as we prepare to move. Exhale as you come back around to high plank, and then flow through your vinyasa, high to low push-up, baby cobra, or up dog. Everyone exhales their way back to downward facing dog. Tapping your knees to the mat, walk your hands back, and take a really nice simple cat-cow here. If you have a circular cat-cow in your practice, feel free to start moving your torso in a big circle to feel the space in between the vertebra in the back, to feel your belly, to feel your lungs, to feel the work that you just did in your body. Just one more full breath in this direction if you're taking circles, and then pause and go in the opposite direction. So of course this Wild Thing work is a little bit more advanced than we practice on a regular basis, but this is a really fun way to bring something a little different into your practice, to give yourself a challenge, a goal pose. Just one more breath in this direction. At the bottom of your exhale, pause, hold, slowly come to neutral spine, rocking onto one hip, sitting nice and easy. Legs can be crossed or extended out in front of you. Slowly bring your arms up and overhead with your inhale. Exhale your hands right down to heart center. Close your eyes and give yourself a moment to feel the work that you just did in your body. Feel the simmering, the reduction, the ease. Take a deep breath in. Give yourself a bow. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me.
I hope you enjoyed the front porch. I love it out here. It's my new favorite yoga place. All right, see you later. Bye.